Now you were on the phone. You got this appointment with Jason, who set the appointment to talk to me. Did he kind of give you kind of an inkling as to what it is we'll be talking about, what it is we do?
Yeah, I was interested. We do use money from time to time that's not our own, and so much of our credit and loans and so forth are based on personal guarantees by myself or my brother, who's my partner. And it was interesting that Jason was talking about building up credit just for the business itself, and it would be nice to be able for the business to stand alone
Yeah.
on loans and stuff like that without having to sign over half of my personal life. So, yeah, I'm very interested. Yeah, what's the program?
That's exactly what it is we do. We help businesses raise the credit score of their corporations. That way, when they need money, the business can go and get money on its own. Where'd that name come from, Dixie Air Parts?
Funny, a lot of people think that it comes from us being in the South because, Dixie is synonymous with, you know, the South and Dixie and New Orleans area and stuff like that. But ironically, uh, our name came from the wife of a cousin who sold us a piece of equipment back in the 50s. And in honor of him, we named the piece of equipment company, a steel press. They named the company Dixie Steel Compressing Company. The name stuck to the company we have now because we already had stationery printed that said Dixie on it. So why change the name? And
Why?
it's carried forward this entire time. We didn't want to change our stationery, basically. Now it's still Dixie.
Now that you're using your business credit to get those trucks, Jeff, I think that this is a really smart thing to do.
Well, I've
It's
done the same thing that you did, actually with Enterprise.
I pulled that credit report and I showed you that there really wasn't anything in there under Blue Kangaroo Movers. And that's truly the problem. So when you finally go to get that extra truck, if you don't have anything listed under Dun and Bradstreet, Equifax, and Experian for Business, the bank is going to rely 100% on your own personal credit score and the financials of that business completely. Now would be the time to start building it so when it comes time for you to go get that big bank loan, you will already be ahead of the game. If you go over here where it shows the number of trade lines that a company has, this person has nothing being reported in their name. And that's really the
Mm.
problem of almost everyone that I deal with. They just don't have stuff being reported in their name.
Yeah. All right. So a trade line.
That
How do I get a trade line on my business account?
very easy ones to start with are people like Uline. You're going
I
to
You want to know what's crazy? I have them. I have their catalog, and I was gonna actually because I was shopping out of them. I was shopping out of their catalog
yeah.
out of Uline.
Yeah,
Um,
Uline is a tier one business credit provider where you should be able, if you join the program, you'd be able to apply for a business account through the Fundability program, and it really is not going to matter if you have revenue or not. You need to buy yourself a warehouse because you're importing
Yeah.
like
Yo,
truckloads and
you have no idea.
truckloads.
I'm already putting all this stuff in, pen. I'm putting pen to paper because I
Yeah.
already know. It's just this what we're talking about now. The foundation.
Yes.
This what I want to. I do want to set up. I do want to structure properly so I could go ahead and get
Absolutely.
the get the funding and make wise investments.
Right, and that's why you do it now because you are in the perfect time to start doing this. Beauty of this fundability program is that you have the credit coaches to show you why you may not being why you may not be approved and what you need to do to fix it. You got someone in your corner to show you what you got to do, what you got to do to get there to what you're trying to achieve.
Right.
Like you kind of letting you think through a little bit.
Yeah. Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
Does it matter what line of business you're in that will determine the size of the funding amount or loan amount?
No, there's certain types of business that you kind of have to be careful with. There's a lot of people that have gone into hemp and CBD and the marijuana,
Mm-hmm.
and so those are kind of regulated businesses. But the kind of business you're in is not regulated really, and so I think when it comes right down to it, um, it comes right down to revenue and and credit. And so right now you don't have any revenue, but you have an opportunity to start building the business credit under your EIN.
Together make it make sense, and
Yeah. I
I kind of had a feeling that, between my business and what we're going on with the house and what's, it could all connect and, I could make it work. I just need somebody smarter than me to help me figure
well, yeah,
it
yeah, it's what you need is like the credit coaches. You can't believe how nice they are because you just call them anytime. They're just there to answer your call. They have Fundability employs like a team. It's about a dozen people that are there. Really, their job is to make you successful because they know
Mhm,
that if people are not successful inside that program, they go out of business.
mhm,
And so it's up, so they know. And if you call and they don't answer, they call you back.
okay.
And it's like they call you all, Monday through Friday, really at any time just to follow up. Your company's been around a long time. You have good credit. Um, the only thing that I could really and truly see is wanting to build it up so that you can exit your business. If that, have you ever thought about selling your company?
every morning.
Every morning. Yeah, in fact, I have sold this program to a lot of people, not because they want money or they're trying to grow, it's because they're trying to plan for an exit. And you do that by building a very, very strong credit profile across all three of the major credit reporting agencies. And you are in a great position because you're not an LLC, you're an Inc.
Right.
INC, and all you have to do is move those shares, and the credit reports will travel with the Inc. over to the new owners, should someone else take over. And a company with a strong credit profile is worth significantly more than someone who doesn't have a good credit profile.
Okay.
Um, but when you start with the fundability system, you start right with the fundability no interest up to 18 months. All you have to do is pay their success fee. Then they have revenue loans where your credit score really isn't that important. There's term loans and lines of credit, accounts receivable financing. They have equipment financing, SBA loans, and you can even buy commercial real estate through um, through your business, once you develop your business to a high enough level. And so I really hoping right now that you tell me that this is something that we can do.
Yeah, well, I have a couple of questions.
Sure. Yeah, let's hear it.
Um, how long does it take for me to be in a position where I can, with confidence, go to market to get funding?
Great question. That's the question that every single person asks. So credit, unfortunately, it's a building of history. That's really what it is. Um, your personal credit doesn't really happen overnight. Neither will your business credit. But in average, it takes anywhere from 6 months to a year for a business to build up to top level business credit. Everyone is a little different, and it also depends on how much time you're willing to put into building that business credit. Um, Most people who try to do this don't put a lot of time into it, and they never really get to it. This software gives you, basically it gives you a way to create that path to the top. You have all the tools inside of this platform that show you what you need to do to get there.
And how much does it cost again?
This costs $29.97, $2,997, and there are financing plans available. And if you think about how much money this is going to save, first of all, businesses with lower credit scores pay more in insurance. Businesses with lower credit scores end up paying more for everything. You end up paying more in interest. End up paying more for inventory. You end up paying more in insurance. It's just so many things. But this is it's a one-time payment of $29.97, but this gives you a 10-year access. So for 10 years, you have this tool to help you build that business credit.
Okay, I want to do this.
Oh, fantastic. And
Yeah,
so,
I
I mean,
think
I'm super excited. So this is how it'll work. What I'll do is I'm going to send you a contract. There'll be a credit card form on there. As soon as you email me back the signed contract with your credit card form signed, then it's gone. Then I put it into the secured server, and guess what? Your fundability system will be activated today. You have a 10-year access to this program. That's unbelievable.
yeah,
You have the
because
10
if
year.
you think about it, $29.97 over 10 years is really nothing.
That's right. That's it. I'm going to be quiet now.
Well, I'm very interested in the aspect you mentioned earlier about making your business more appetizing when it comes to sell it. And what is it that we can do there to kind of build up the profile? I mean, with what you showed me there on the credit report, I was recommended for a mere $56,000, and for a company like this, that seems like what we call bupkis.
Like for example, if you used this system not only to get gas cards, you could, or, that's something to just be a gimme and easy, just to start building up the bulk. But to really raise those credit limits, I think that if you got some corporate MasterCard and Visas, and they all have the no interest periods,
Mhm.
and just max them out and pay them off, max them out and pay them off, max them out, pay them off, your credit limit recommendations will start to go up. And
Interesting.
yeah, and I think that you really at this, if selling the business is on the horizon, trying to get your name untethered as much as possible. That way, when you finally do sell, you want to be completely separated from that company, and it just makes a nice clean sale. Now, let's
Okay.
say that you wanted to do it. I mean, it's really not a lot to get started. All I have to do is send you the paperwork, and then if you say yes, you want to go ahead and do it, you sign it, and once I receive it back with the credit card, I'm going to set you up in the fundability system right away. And the fundability people, they're great. They have us explain to our customers that the expectation they want us to set is a 3-hour window of how fast it's going to take them to call you.
Well, yeah, no, it's a very interesting aspect. And if there's anything more that we can do to make this company more appetizing, I think that's money well spent. Yeah, I'm very interested.
Oh, great. Well, hope I'll if it's okay with you, I'll just send you a contract. We can just do it.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I don't see the downside to this.
Okay,
And
so you send that to me, then I fill it out, send it back to you, and then do I wait for the credit
no,
person to call me, or
you're
can I
going
get
to
on?
you're going to get an email
Okay.
right away saying, giving you access, and you'll be able to start setting up your fundability program. If it's something that you want some help with, I'll be available. I'll be happy to walk you through it, or it's really very simple. It's going to say welcome, and it's going to say let's start with your fundability foundation.
Okay, so I'll be back home probably in about an hour.
Okay,
Go ahead and email me that stuff, and
got
I
it.
will get it to you before end of day. And then I think I have all your contact info, Steve, but just make sure, if you don't mind, that there is a number where I can reach you if I get stuck or do need to call you for some reason.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And now that you're telling me that you have the real estate, I really and truly believe that if you start this, I don't think that it'll take you much longer than 6 months to a year before you get all the way up to that tier 4. He wants to buy he wants to buy shit that's not in his name. He wants to buy it in his company's name.
Right, right. That's how you do it, though. That's how you do it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how you do it. Buy it in the company name, and yeah, get a trust. You know. I was thinking. Uh, funding. So, what's that company's name? Funding.
Fundability.
Fundability.
Yeah.
Um.
Yeah, you literally could, as soon as you sign up, you could just right away say, "Hey, can you help me find some funding?" And they'll tell you where you stand, and they will have you fill out an application to try to find some funding immediately. Let's say that you want to do something for your fix and flip under your corporation, and you have some. Do you mind me asking what is your personal credit score right
I
now?
was just gonna say my credit score is actually probably just under 700.
Okay, 680 and above is where most of the it's really kind of where they're
Yeah.
looking.
And then I could just let that build. That would be. Oh my God, that is crazy. That is crazy. Okay. All right. So okay. Fundability. Okay.
Here, I'm going to go ahead and share my screen so you can see. This is the Credit Suite request page where I put down that that you're looking for a finance blueprint. It's basically their terminology to say this is someone who's interested in borrowing some money. And so I put in your first name is going to be Kyle, right? And what business name would you use to, or what's the name of your LLC?
Opulence rub.
All right. What's your date of birth?
10/18/92.
This is where when I hit add client, now Monday morning, now I've added you in, and you can expect on Monday morning for someone from the loan side, the Fundability Success team is going to want to set you up to get your Fundability Foundation done. The loan credit, and when they say I'm with the credit suite, you've applied for a loan, they're the ones that are going to be calling you. It's all about keeping your eye on the ball and believing in yourself. And I'm going to give you a little piece of advice someone gave me when I was just 30 years old, starting an advertising company. They told me, Steve, there's going to be everywhere you turn 100 different people trying to tell you all the reasons why you're going to fail. And the only reason they're telling you all this stuff is why you're going to fail is because they failed. And people who have failed, they don't want to see anyone else succeed. And people are constantly going to be trying to pull you down. So if the opulence rub is something that you believe in and it's something that you set your mind to and you can envision that success, man, don't listen to those naysayers. Do not let those people pull you down, because that is the worst thing you can do, is to listen to other people. Just listen to yourself and your heart, and if you just feel it, man, you just do it, and you just don't stop until you're there.
Right. Yeah,
You
I
gotta have that.
appreciate that, Stephen, man. I really do, man.
Well, good, man. All right, let's be in touch. I'm gonna be emailing you soon.
All right, man. You have a good weekend, man, and I appreciate you, man.
All right,
Thank you.
take care.